Now, this is not an uncommon situation. You leave the boat in storage with a tarp or a cover on it, and all of a sudden you get a few rainstorms, and the next thing you know, that is full of water. Well, that is one way to get it done, by just going out there, slamming on the brakes, and you'll get the water right out. Now, there's other ways to go ahead and fill that boat up with water, though. You don't gotta just leave it in storage. You could be out there on the lake with the girls, hanging out, letting them grab a little sun, when all of a sudden you slam her into reverse, and the next thing you know, that boat is full of water as well. Now, unfortunately, that first method we saw of just slamming on the brakes typically will not take care of this issue. By this point in time, you're going to have so much water in the boat, you're not going to be able to slam on the brakes to go ahead and get the water out. But one thing you can do is just go ahead and tilt her back, pop the drain plug, and let it roll. Now, when you got the boat on an angle like this sometimes, it can be a little more difficult to get it on the dock. But one way of getting things on the dock at an angle is when you go ahead and let your wife go ahead and grab the dock and let her get on an angle as you try and get pulled over. I mean, nothing like the old dock push-up to go ahead and end a day out there on the water. Now, of course, there are other ways to get over to the dock as well. Maybe you can enlist the help of some other people who might be hanging around and see if they can help get you pulled over to make your life just a little bit easier. Speaking of easy, there's no easier way of getting docked when you're out there in the water than going ahead and creating your own dock. Like, just find a sandbar and go ahead and run up on it.
All right, we're gonna send this to Broncos Guru. All over inlet. Watch out for your sandbar.
Now, when you run up on the sandbar, you don't have much to worry about. You don't need any docking assistance. You don't need to worry about running into the dock. I mean, you're pretty much all locked up and ready to go right where you're at. Now, of course, hitting the sandbar is never fun, but going over the falls is never a good time either. Now, speaking of getting assistance at the dock, sometimes you may need assistance getting off the boat, so don't be afraid to ask if you're trying to get off if somebody will give you a hand. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Ethan Flip, Gavin Hurl, It's Just Ben 37, Johan Hessman, Lake Hickaroo Scuba, Michaela Creef, Rick Myers, and Wayne Snow did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.